Tell us how you decided to leave the security. You left college, you moved to Arkansas, you got a job working for Blue Cross Blue Shield, and you decided to leave that security and start your own business. Tell us how that came to be.
Well, I really enjoyed my years at Blue Cross Blue Shield. My co-salesmen that I worked with were really fun because back then Bill Phillips, who played pro football for the Broncos, he hired pretty much most of the salesmen, and so most of them were athletes. They were competitive. We had a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I think what did it for me is I was always reading this book by Tom Peters called In Search of Excellence, which In
Search of Excellence.
Yeah, it's an older book, but it was about all the great companies and different things they do, and my entrepreneurial mind just thought I could do some fun things with our business that would make insurance different. The other thing is in 1989, Blue Cross averaged about a 50% increase. And so, you
mean to customers?
Yeah, it was one of our worst years. So I would have to deliver a lot of bad news.
Oh.
And when I worked for Blue Cross, I only had one option. I had to say, here's your Blue Cross renewal and here's your Blue Cross renewal. And so if sometimes I couldn't fix the problem, so I'd have to send it to an independent agent, who had...
And you'd lose the sale.
Well, yeah, who had Blue Cross or all the other carriers. And so I just thought being an independent where I could solve the problem all the time was the solution. But I wanted to end on really good terms with Blue Cross, so I did. I gave them plenty of notice. I honored my non-compete clause and became Blue Cross's top producer, as an independent, both on the individual...
Why does that... No, wait, if you had a non-compete clause, were you competing with them when you started your business, though?
When you leave a company, a lot of times people will try to take all their accounts with them.
Oh, I see. So you didn't go after their accounts.
I didn't take any accounts with me, so I had to start from scratch. I had to call on people I didn't even know. So I did that, and I sold for Blue Cross, both individual and group, and I also sold for United Healthcare and Qual Choice and people like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just figured out what the best solution was.
For your customer.
Yeah, and when I got out, I learned that there were a lot of other solutions, you didn't know about, because you're always just working
for Blue Cross Blue Shield.
So
in a bubble.
Yeah, I figured that out, and it's been a lot of fun. And my sales pitch was kind of funny. I would just call on people and ask them if I could help them or if I couldn't, and they'd say that again. I'd say, I'm calling to see if I can help you or if I can't. If you let me look at your plan, I'll either help you and save you money or I won't. Either way, you win. You confirm what you have is good, or I'll find something better. Well, after 6 months of those calls, everybody I looked at, I was able to help in some way, and I've never made a sales call since that 6 months because I got so busy. Once you took care of those customers, they'd refer you to other ones, and we grew from 1 employee to 7 employees in the first year.
I wondered how you grew so fast.
Yep, and to be fair, Blue Cross people, if they couldn't help, figure it, if they didn't have the fit, they'd send them to me.
Refer them.
And we had a great relationship, and we have a great relationship today. And
how do you handle that kind of growth? Because one of the things that kills a business is you grow too fast, and you can't manage the growth. Mm-hmm. So how did you manage the growth?
Well, the first year in business, I set these parameters. I would work every day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and then I'd go home till 9, and then I went back to the office 9 to midnight. That was my first year. I had my
What?
Yeah, I had my expenses below $2,000 a month, and I didn't buy a new pair of socks, clothes, and anything for the first year. So the commitment was to make it work. I'd have to, like you said, when you start a business, you have to go crazy at first. I was 28 years old, so I went crazy the first year doing that. It took me 13 months to make a profit. And once you make a profit in insurance, it takes that long to build up enough renewals that'll pay your expenses. Mm-hmm. Then I was good from that point forward, and really have just been taking, care of customers and hiring people as I need them, ever since. There was really no goal list to get a certain size to do this or that. I just grew as needed.
If you liked this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the picture of Kerry's face in the center of the screen. To watch the full-length interview, click the video in the top right. For more interview highlights, click the video in the bottom right. Thank you for watching.